Hello and welcome to class today here with me. Today we are in my home setting up for a very gentle, delicious practice to come back to the body and to breathe and move. Here where I am, it's a rainy afternoon and I've got my tea. If you want to make yourself a tea, feel free to pause this video. You might want to gather some blankets and pillows, or if you have yoga bricks to just sometimes sit under or use around as you need. I'm going to go ahead and just close my eyes here in a seated position. Feel free to do the same when you are ready. So I'm sitting here on a yoga brick with my legs crossed. And I'm simply breathing gently in through my nostrils and out through the mouth. You can have the palms of your hands here on the knees, on the thighs, with the palms facing up. If you want a bit more connection and touch with your body, you can have the palms facing down here. So taking a moment in our lives that can sometimes feel a bit busy. And sometimes we have our emotions and different things come through, thoughts. So this is my time, your time to just really take a much needed self-care moment at home. And you're sitting upright here with the shoulders a bit back here rather than down and sort of forward. So we're taking the shoulders up towards the ear and back, opening that heart space. Closing the eyes or just having a very soft gaze. And slowly as we sit here, we're tuning into calmness, wholeness, letting any frustration or emotion or tiredness or disconnection just sort of melt a bit away, out of the body and out of the head. Bringing your attention a little bit closer to your breath now as you breathe in and out. Just letting your breath be soft, no need to change anything about the flow of the breath or force. Rather just being the observer of the breath, really feeling every inhale and exhale. And if you had your tea, feel free to take a minute and sip at any point during today's session. I'm going to put mine a little bit out to the side here now. Still keeping our beautiful seated position and our presence, but just bringing a little bit of movement now. So as you continue to breathe, I want you to look up as you inhale, look up at the ceiling. And then exhale, bringing your gaze down towards your yoga mat. Inhaling, looking up. And exhale, bring your face down. Let's do this a few more times. Really being mindful of your movements. Feeling the sensations as your head is heavy and moves up and down. Feeling the neck. Getting a beautiful stretch as well. Really letting your head be heavy as you look up and it falls down. And letting your head be heavy as you drop it towards the floor as well. Let's take one more together. Inhaling, looking up. And exhale down, release your breath fully. Now head back to center as you place your right hand on the floor. Very slowly with intention, big nice movement, bringing your left hand gracefully all the way up to the ceiling, looking at your thumb. Feel free to stretch here and move the hand or the whole arm or the whole side of the body in any way that feels good. It might feel nice to look down as well here on the right hand on the floor and just really bringing yourself further down. And then when you're ready, taking that stretch and side bend on the other side. So first placing that left palm down on the ground. And then elongating yourself beautifully like a swan or a bird or a butterfly. And just see what your body wants. Maybe you want to take your side movements. Or move your hand, whatever it is that your body's asking for. Let yourself have that. Very nice. Now come back to center. Place your hands, fingertips or fists here behind you. As you open the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades and let your head drop back. Slowly bring yourself back up. And then do that again one more time in your own time. And then bring yourself back up. If you had the yoga brick, feel free to now take that away, put it out to the side, and find a beautiful child's pose. So, knees out to the side, sitting on the heels, and then bringing the forehead on the mat, arms extended. Let your jaw be really relaxed and loose here. And let your cheeks, eyebrows and ears be relaxed. Let your forehead be heavy, let it melt into the ground.
can feel your neck and your shoulders and fingertips relax. Feel the sides of your body and your lower back be at ease. And take a nice inhale and lift yourself slightly up here, head off the mat. Fingers pushing the floor away. And then slide your left arm under the right armpit for thread the needle and let the side of the face just come onto the mat here. You can extend the right arm if that feels good. And gently bring yourself up for thread the needle on the other side. The right arm slides under left armpit and the right side of face comes down onto the earth. And bring yourself back up now into a tabletop position. Palms of the hands nicely touching the mat. Feeling your knees and the toes on the ground as well. Looking up here, inhaling softly, arching the back. Really feeling your body. And then exhaling, rounding the back and dropping the head. Beautiful, spacious cat-cows. Let's do a few of those together. Feeling how your spine is moving here, your whole body. Now, option to keep doing those or to start to move your hips here a little bit in circular movements or just left to right. And if you are doing the hips, just really taking the hips out to the extremity. And this is an experience of feeling your body, so we're not judging how our body looks. If we're fit, if we're anything like that, we're just really enjoying the experience of being in our body and being able to do these things and breathing love into it. And taking your last movements here before we continue on to our next pose. Very nice. Now, coming and finding butterfly. So sitting here first and taking the soles of my feet together.
And you might want to stay as you are or walk yourself a little bit closer to the heels, so you'll just feel when you found your sweet spot. So I think mine is here. And then you can either have your back just really straight like this, and that's enough. Or you might want to fold over here, head slightly down towards the heels. Just feel into which version feels good to you today. And once you've found your shape, allowing a moment here, breathing into the hips. This is quite a big stretch for the hips. But we want our hips and our body to be opened and stretched and feeling good, nourished and full of energy. So we're not forcing anything here, just letting our body do the work in combination with our breath. And see where your breath takes you. For example, I observe in my own body that when I inhale, my torso rises slightly up, and when I exhale, I naturally go a bit more down, deeper into my fold. Or you may feel the urge to wanting to do very small pulses, either with your upper body here or the legs, the knees, pulsing like this. So whatever your body's asking for, you can engage with that. And now, just in your own time, whenever you are ready, we're gonna extend our legs. Just very gently, no rush. To stretch the hamstrings this time, the back of the legs. So take your time to set up this pose. So I'm gonna have my feet a little bit flexed towards me. I'm not forcing too much, just a little bit micro movement here. I'm sitting tall, extending my arms out. Taking a nice inhale and exhaling, just letting myself naturally fall over wherever my hands land. So it could be the toes, ankles perhaps, or anywhere here around the legs, wherever your hand fall. Place them there. And then just relax. And let the sensations be there. If you have any little tinglings in the back of the legs, just welcome those sensations. You can definitely have your mouth open, not the lips sealed, just to let the energy through and the breath.
And a few more seconds here. Now releasing the fingertips, letting the upper body slide back up. And let's find our tabletop position here. So for our next pose, let's come into Sphinx, so belly on the ground. Forearms on the mat. You can have a little bit of space between your legs, they don't have to be glued together. And I'm pushing just ever so slightly my pubic bones here inside the mat. It's like I almost want to feel my lower belly touching the mat. And I'm squeezing my glutes slightly, not too much, just a little bit here for engagement. And then I'm looking either down on my mat, if that relaxes your neck, or slightly up in front. And just holding that shape for a moment. This is really nice just as a gentle back bend, but also a way to connect and get back into the body. So you have the option of just staying here, enjoying this shape. Or taking it into low cobra and then back into Sphinx. So low cobra, we would be taking the elbows off the mat and looking slightly more up. That's a more intense back bend. Breathing and then placing the forearms back onto the mat for Sphinx. And just going between those two shapes. Now I'm gonna place my forehead on the mat. My arms come behind me alongside the body. And then from here we lift our knees off the mat. We lift the arms off the mat, shoulders close together. I'm looking down at the mat. My forehead is now off. But I am looking down, I'm not looking up. And I'm squeezing here the glutes, lifting everything as high up and away from the ground as I can. Breathing here in and out as I do this. And then slowly place everything back down. Forehead on the mat, arms and feet on the mat. And we're going to go again, and I'm inviting you to either do the same or to come into bow pose. So lifting knees, arms and head off the floor, squeezing. So option to stay here or to come and grab your feet with your hands, one leg at a time, and lift and breathe.
and release. Now for our final pose before Shavasana, come and roll onto your back for happy baby. So laying on the back, really feeling my upper back, middle back and lower back on the mat, lifting the heels and knees up to sky. You can take your head slightly off the mat here to grab either your big toes or the outside of the feet. And then placing head back down. Enjoying happy baby here, either in stillness or by rocking slightly side to side. Now at this point, I'm gonna invite you to actually go ahead and close your eyes. As you release the grip, let go of the feet and simply extend your legs down onto the floor. And the arms come alongside the body, not touching the body, but just close to it with the palms facing up. If you need to readjust yourself a little bit, you can come up here, just readjusting your shoulders, your hips and heels, making sure you feel good in your back. Laying here together in Shavasana, resting pose. Letting yourself be held by the earth and your yoga mat in your sacred space, in your own body. Letting all the good energies come to you. All the inspiration and beauty that you need in your daily life to support you and to go forth with what your heart is calling you. Feeling your breath and all the good energies entering your whole being as you inhale. And the breath reaches all the cells of your body. Fueling you up with goodness. Self-love and good opportunities in your daily life. Now, still with your eyes closed, start to move your fingers ever so slightly and your toes. Still breathing in that goodness into your whole body, softly with presence. And then still with your eyes closed, come and roll onto one side as you help yourself slowly up to a seated position on the mat. Pushing the floor away with your hands. And simply joining me in a cross-legged seated position. Bringing the palms of the hands together, rubbing for heat, still with your eyes closed. Rubbing, 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 rubbing for heat. Now placing those hands on your eyelids, over your eyes. And then gently peeling one finger away. Opening the eyes and letting in the light. Beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this nourishing slow flow today. And have a wonderful rest of your day and your week. I'll see you next week. Take care.